Perry Games here. Welcome back to another video. If you haven't yet, please like, comment, subscribe if you want more of these videos. And let's get right into this video. So today's video is that we have some crazy weather that's about to go on this week. We have very dry conditions happening across here. A little bit of over here. A little bit of fire weather over here. But yeah, and we had some blowing dust today, and we have some major flooding that's going to be happening over here, and we have a ongoing major winter system or major system mis major systems that will be uh, flowing into the west, which we will get right into it um soon. So here we go. All right, this is as of right now. This was updated probably a few hours ago. So, right, so we still have a slight risk for severe weather in central Texas. We have a marginal risk of strong thunderstorms from Oklahoma down to Texas. And this lighter green is just regular thunderstorms today, so there was a chance for strong tornadoes across here today, but that never panned out because of the fact that a warm front never went north. Um, so yeah. Then we had some strong storms over here and some strong storms over there, but yeah, nothing too crazy happened. So, but we still do have a active tornado threat that will still persist through the night. So make sure you can receive your warnings if a tornado warning does appear. There is a tornado risk that is still left over. We have a 5% chance of seeing wind damage, and we do have a pretty high chance of seeing pretty large hail in this area too. So yeah, that is for rest of the night. We do have a big severe weather outbreak that will be happening tomorrow across the upper Midwest, but we have a marginal risk across Texas through Oklahoma. Tomorrow, we do have that enhanced risk for Wisconsin and Minnesota. We have a slight risk for severe weather in this slight risk area, which that includes Iowa, a little tiny, just a sliver of northern Illinois, Wisconsin, Minnesota, South Dakota, and or yeah, I already said it, all the okay, I already said all of them. And then we have a giant marginal risk right in here that does include a little bit of North Dakota, South Dakota, Iowa, Illinois, sliver of Indiana, just a corner of Ohio, Michigan, and so on. So yeah, so that is our risk for tomorrow. We do have a pretty high chance of seeing a strong, strong tornado. I want to say violent tornado, but if they do increase with a 10% chance, then I would see a violent tornado. But a violent tornado is off the table right now. So I think this is going to be more of a wind threat driven up here than a tornado threat. So that's but I would say 5% chance of tornadoes is possibility, and we have that sig that sig outlook. So and then we have a tornado risk right down into Texas and Oklahoma that is driven by a dry front. So if we can get any storms that can pop up tomorrow, they could produce tornadoes. I want to say large, violent tornadoes, but there is a chance for a tornado or two down there. So yeah. Huh. That is surprising that the wind risk is not higher because by what the models are showing, it shows more of a damaging wind threat than a tornado risk. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Um, we do have a pretty high chance of seeing very, very, very large hail in this region, especially in this red area. Red area, you have the higher chance of seeing a tornado, but where these shaded areas are, which is here and right in here, you have a very, very high chance of seeing very large hail. So that is there. And Tuesday's outlook, we have a large slight risk across the Midwest through the southern plains. Um, this right now, we have no idea where the tornado risk is, wind risk, or hail risk will be. But we know that if you're in this little, uh, little, sig risk area is, that's where the highest probability of seeing severe weather. So right now they don't have it there, but and we're not gonna be there tonight, but we'll find out in the next like 2 to 3 hours to see where the tornado risk is, hail risk, and damaging wind risk is. So yeah, there's still time to figure where that's gonna be at. And Wednesday is Wednesday. We have just a slight risk right now. This is just a slight risk right now. We have no probabilities of where the worst area is going to be under yet. We just know there's a slight risk and multiple days of severe weather, including Friday. So we have Wednesday, nothing for Thursday yet, but Friday we do have another chance for a pretty significant severe weather risk of there's a slight risk in this area. So we will keep everybody updated on all that. So all right. So we have this we have a storm system leaving the Midwest right now. We have a new storm system over here with our severe weather kicking off right down here right now, which is which a lot of severe weather that didn't happen today was because of the dry front. The dry front prevented a lot of this from, or no, it was the cap, not dry front. Dry front would have enhanced the severe weather, but what happened today was there was a cap. If you have a cap, nothing's gonna break that cap. So cap was really strong right up in this general area today. And I would say up here was probably mostly cloud cover. There was a lot of cloud cover today, so a lot of that severe weather was struggling up there today. So, but we're gonna get our new storm system going over here that will get our severe weather going across here and right down here for the dry front tomorrow. So it'd be interesting if storm chasers want to stay down here in the slight risk, or they want to take a drive up to the enhanced risk area. So we'll see what happens for that. So all right, let's go to the the drought map. Here we go. South continues to get worse across here. We are actually, I would say we're actually improving right up in this general area because of the amount of severe weather and stuff. Um, I would say right in here, we're improving just a tiny bit, but not much. But we're going to continue to stay. We're continuing to stay dry across here, and we're staying dry across here. So there's some improvements of the drought, and there's not so much improvements on the drought in some areas. So, all right, let's get to the actual graphs. Um, we're gonna start with the European model. I like that better. We're on the 12Z model. Let's do this. All right. So here's our current storm system right here. Here's um there's a dry front right up in there. So we have our new storm system that will bring us more severe weather tomorrow. So here we go. All right. Uh, so Monday. This is probably Monday morning, I would assume. Monday afternoon. And then okay. Hang on. All right, this is Sunday, Monday. Huh. Monday's not really showing much on severe weather right in this general area. No, it's showing nothing. So in my opinion, if we it's going there's not very high confidence right now if we're going to get severe weather in this general area or down in here. If we I mean, there's a little storm right there, but if we can get if that cap can break, we're definitely in some we're definitely are going to see some severe weather. If that cap doesn't break across here, we're not going to get nothing. Um So, but and then Tuesday looks to be more likely for severe weather. Tuesday. So, I mean, just this area in general looks to be very high confidence and seeing some major severe weather. As you guys can see, it continues. So, and then we got Wednesday looking more looking a very good confidence of seeing severe weather across here, maybe even right up in here. So we'll see. There's a high confidence in that, and then Thursday. Uh, Thursday, I wouldn't completely rule out severe weather yet. Um, so if I were to give any predictions on where the severe weather would be Thursday, I would predict it to be right up in here. Um, so that's where I think it'll be at. Um, so, and then Friday, Friday, I think I think Friday's gonna be. I think Friday's gonna be. There's gonna be another capping issue, in my opinion. Um, so we'll just have to wait and see for that. And then Saturday looks to be a very good chance for severe weather right up in this general area because of this strong low pressure system with some snow on the back end. So, yeah, now that'll push off, and I think after that, no severe weather for that Sunday. No, no severe weather Monday. I would say next week on Wednesday we might get some severe weather. So next week, so I would say next week there's a possibility for more severe weather towards the middle of next week. So we'll just have to keep an eye on all the action and stuff. So um, if honestly if there's anything that pops off tomorrow, I'll do severe weather coverage. But right now, by what the you know what? Hang on, let's look at the American model to see if it it's popping off anything for Monday. Well, it looks to me that it's there's moisture up here, but it's not really showing a big severe weather. So that's very interesting. And then yeah, and then it shows Wednesday and all that. So I guess we'll see what happens. We'll see how the atmosphere is and all sort of this stuff. So if you haven't yet, please like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys all tomorrow with another new weather video and a possible live stream. Peace.